Today, we are sharing the story of Lokelani Alabanza. Isn't that a great name?
So good.
Isn't it good? I love that name. She's a Nashville chef and an ice cream maker with a passion for collecting antiques related to Black Americans and food. So that passion led her to find inspiration in a fellow ice cream queen nearly 200 years before her. You heard me, before her.
Wow.
As our Michelle Miller shows us, the right kind of history repeating itself can sometimes be a very good thing.
Ah. Oh, books.
I'm a steward of many objects, but I feel like they come find me. I was just the person that was supposed to come find them and put them together and then create something out of it.
And save them.
Yes.
To understand Lokelani Alabanza,
And these are the molds for the ice cream.
you need to go back in time.
So originally they would make their kind of ice milk mixture
look at that.
and then pour them into it and then pack it into ice.
She mines the internet, antique shops, and estate sales for relics of Black American history,
Someone would have bought this.
finding the pain
Yeah, Black people were entertainment.
Exactly.
and the joy.
I was awakened at 5 in the morning and something told me in my gut to get on eBay. And then this is what I found.
Alabanza's hunt for food-related tokens of Black history seemed to complement her day job, working in James Beard award-winning pastry kitchens.
I found a lot of my identity through food, especially being from, my dad's side, Mexican, Filipino, and Black. And then, it just trying to figure out where I belonged. I was looking for something for myself. And then within it, I was like, wait a minute. How is it that I went to culinary school? I worked for these incredible restaurants and then no one talked about these Black people and what they did. This Black history is so important. And then it made me want to go dig deeper. So there's a woman here in 1840 Nashville, 20 years before the Civil War. Her name was Sarah Estell. She was a free Black woman entrepreneur, and she owned a boarding house and an ice cream saloon. I couldn't believe that I had been in a city for this long, and I didn't know this Black history.
Not many records remain of Estelle, but her legacy lives on.
We're 170 years apart, and I'm doing the exact same thing that she's doing.
What Alabanza is doing is running an ice cream business called Saturated. She makes and hand delivers her small batch ice cream throughout Nashville, even after hours, for moms who just put their kids to bed.
Sorry, it's late.
Her goal, she says, is to feed people their history.
How does it work?
Yeah, that's hey, listen, I think about that every day. How is this working? Because I feel like a lot of people will DM me. They're like, I want ice cream. Where do I get this?
She's been selling her ice cream online and partnering with local museums to do ice cream socials.
Just dump it in there.
Some of her flavors, an 18th century favorite, Parmesan.
Ooh, I like the coconutty with the Parmesan. And Juneteenth.
Yes.
What does
because-
that taste like?
Oh, Juneteenth is beautiful. It's a sorbet. I use raspberry, so it's got that tartness, and hibiscus tea and lime juice.
Where do these flavors come from?
It could be anything can inspire the ice cream flavor.
She says she wants to evoke memories with her food.
I love that food nostalgia. I love when the feelings come up and those memories. There's one that I love so much. It's magnolia.
But magnolia is not a food, it's a flower.
It is a
It's
flower.
a tree.
The magnolia I was a little nervous about, and I remember making it and I brought it to another friend's house, and the first bite, and then she started weeping. I mean, her tears welled up. She said, I can see my grandmother. I can see her getting dressed in the bathroom and I can smell her perfume.
Food, cookbooks, photos. They're more than records of the past. They're mirrors. Alabanza could actually see herself as a chef.
So when I saw this, I was like, oh, there I am.
Because you could see yourself in the space because your people had been in it.
I know when you eat the ice cream, you feel a certain way, but I feel like when you can see the visual as well, you'll have another type of emotion.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Michelle Miller in Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, you'll be glad to know you'll be able to see some of the items in Alabanza's collection next year when she releases her very first cookbook. She says she wants to teach readers how to make ice cream at home. Yes, It can be done. Of course, you had to sprinkle in a little history too. And Sammy brought us some
This is delicious.
This is unreal.
some
It's
treats.
really delicious.
What is the flavor, guys? of this
Lime,
one?
raspberry, and hibiscus. It is just
So smooth.
a festival of flavors.
It really is.
It's
That's
so
a good way
true.
to describe
like,
it.
Food is, they're memories. My mother-in-law, when she
could
eats
see
something
that.
that reminds her of her past, she eats it, she goes, I remember.
Wow.
And it really does that. It conjures up.
I've never heard
past.
someone say, feed people their history.
No, me too.
It's a great way
I like
to say
that
it.
line too.
Isn't it good?